Ahora sí, ya podemos hablar bien.
Most honored Timon, it hath pleased the gods to remember my father's age and call him to long peace. He is gone happy and has left me rich. Then, as in grateful virtue I am bound to your free heart, I do return those talents doubled with thanks and service, from whose help I derived liberty. Oh, by no means, honest Vestinius, you mistake my love. I gave it freely ever, and there's none can truly say he gives if he receives. If our betters play at that game, we must not dare to imitate them. Faults that are rich are fair. A noble spirit. Nay, my lords, ceremony was but devised at first to set a gloss on faint deeds, hollow welcomes recanting goodness, sorry ere 'tis shown. But where there is true friendship, there needs none but praise it. More welcome are you to my fortunes than my fortunes to me. My lord, we always have confessed it. Ho ho, confessed it, hanged it, have you not? Oh, Apamantus, you are welcome. No, you shall not make me welcome. I come to have thee thrust me out of doors. Fie, thou art a churl. You've got a humour there. Does not become a man. 'Tis much to blame, they say, my lords. Ira furor brevis est. But yon man is ever angry. Go, let him have a table by himself, for he does neither affect company, nor is he fit for it indeed. Let me stay at thine apparel, Timon. I come to observe, I give thee warning on it. I take no heed of thee. Thou art an Athenian, therefore welcome. I myself would have no power. Prithee, let me meet. Make thee silent. I scorn thy meat, 'twould choke me, for I should ne'er flatter thee. Oh, you gods, what a number of many Timon, and he sees of not. It grieves me to see so many dip their meat in one man's blood, and all the madness is he cheers them up too. I wonder what men dare trust themselves with men. Methinks they should invite them without knives. Good for their meat and safer for their lives. There's much example for it. The fellow that sits next him now parts bread with him, pledges the breath of him in a divided draught, is the readiest man to kill him. It has been approved. If I were a huge man, I should fear to drink at meals, lest they should spy my windpipe's dangerous notes. Great men should drink with harness on their throats. My lord, in heart, and let the health go round. Let it flow this way, my good lord. Flow this way, a brave fellow, he keeps his tides where those fellows will make thee and thy state look ill, Timon. Here's that which is too weak to be a sinner, honest water, which ne'er left man in the mire. This and my food are equals, there's no odds. Feasts are too proud to give thanks to the gods. Immortal gods, I crave no pelf, I pray for no man but myself. Grant I may never prove so fond to trust man on his oath or bond, or a harlot for her weeping, or a dog that seems a-sleeping, or a keeper with my freedom, or my friends if I should need 'em. Amen. So fall to it, rich men sin, and I eat roots. Much good ditch thy good heart, Apamantus. Captain Alcibiades, your heart's in the field now. My heart is ever at your service, my lord. You had rather be at a breakfast of enemies than a dinner of friends. So they were bleeding new, my lord. There's no meat like 'em. I could wish my best friend at such a feast. Would all those flatterers were thine enemies, then thou mightest kill 'em and bid me to 'em. Might we but have that happiness, my lord, that you would once use your hearts, whereby we might express some part of our zeals, we should think ourselves forever perfect. Oh, no doubt, my good friends, but the gods themselves have provided that I shall much help from you. How had you been, my friends, else? Why have you that charitable title from thousands did not chiefly belong to my heart? I have told more of you to myself than you can with modesty speak in your own behalf. And thus far I confirm you, O you gods, think I, what need we have any friends, if we should ne'er have need of them. They were the most needless creatures living, should we ne'er have use for them, and would most resemble sweet instruments hung up in cases that keeps the sounds to themselves. Why, I have often wished myself poorer than I might come nearer to you. We are born to do benefits, and what better or proper can we call our own than the riches of our friends? Oh, what a precious comfort 'tis to have so many like brothers commanding one another's fortunes. O joys e'en main away ere it can be borne, mine eyes cannot hold out water, methinks. To forget their faults, I drink to you. Thou weepest to make them drink, Timon. Joy had the like conception in our eyes, and at that instant like a babe sprung up. Ho ho! I laugh to think that babe a bastard. I promise you, my lord, you moved me much. Much. What makes that trump? How now? Please you, my lord, there are certain ladies most desirous of admittance. Ladies, what are their wills? There comes with them a forerunner, my lord, which bears that office to signify their pleasures. I pray, let them be admitted. Hail to thee, worthy Timon, and to all that of his bounties taste. The 5 best senses acknowledge thee their patron, and come freely to gratulate thy plenteous bosom. Their taste, touch, or please from thy table rise. They only now come but to feast thine eyes. They're welcome all. Let 'em have kind admittance. Music, make their welcome.
That's okay. I wasn't the only one. Just know that, you know.
You see, my lord, how ample your beloved. Hoity, what a sweep of vanity comes this way. They dance, they are mad women, like madness is the glory of this life. As this palm shows, to a little oil and root we make ourselves fools, to disport ourselves and spend our flatteries, to drink those men upon whose age we voided up again, with poisonous spite and envy, who lives that's not depraved or depraves, who dies that bears not one spurn to the graves of their friend's gift. I should fear those that dance before me now, one would day stamp upon me. It has been done, men shut their doors against a setting sun. You have done our pleasures much grace, fair ladies. Set a fair fashion on our entertainment, which was not half so beautiful and kind. You have added worth unto it and lustre, and entertained me with mine own device. I am to thank you for it. My lord, you take us even at the best. Faith, for the worst is filthy, and would not hold the taking, I doubt me. Ladies, there is an idle banquet attends you. Please you dispose yourselves. Most thankfully, my lord. Flavius. My lord. The little casket, bring me hither. Yes, my lord. More Jews yet. There's no crossing him in his humour, else I should tell him well if faith I should. Well, all spend he'd cross then, and he could. 'Tis pity bounty had not eyes behind, that man might ne'er be wretched for his mind. Where be our men? Here, my lord, in readiness. Our horses. Oh, my friends, I have one word to say to you. Look you, my good lord, I must entreat you, honour me so much as to advance this jewel, accept it and wear it kind, my lord. I'm so far already in your gifts. So are we all. My lord, there are certain nobles of the Senate newly alighted and come to visit you. They are fairly welcome. I beseech your honour, vouchsafe me a word, it does concern you near. Near? Why then another time I'll hear thee. I prithee, let's be provided to show them entertainment. I scarce know how. May it please your honour, Lord Lucius, out of his free love hath presented to you 4 milk-white horses trapped in silver. I shall accept them fairly, let the presents be worthily entertained. Please you, my lord, that honourable gentleman, Lord Lucullus, entreats your company tomorrow to hunt with him and assent your honour to brace of greyhounds. I'll hunt with him, and let them be received not without fair reward. What will come to? He commands us to provide and give great gifts, and all out of an empty coffer. Now will he know his purse, or yield me this to show him what a beggar his heart is, being of no power to make his wishes good. He promises fly so beyond his state that what he speaks is all in debt. He owes for every word. He's so kind that he now pays interest for it. His lands put to their books, well, would I were gently put out of office before I were forced out. Happy is he that has no friend to feed, and such that doom enemies exceed. I bleed inwardly for my lord. You do yourselves much wrong. You bate too much of your own merits. Here, my lord, a trifle of our love. With more than common thanks, I will receive it. Oh, yes, the very soul of bounty. And now I remember, my lord, you gave good words the other day of a bay courser I rode on. 'Tis yours, because you liked it. Oh, I beseech you, pardon me, my lord, in that. You may take my word, my lord. I know no man can justly praise but what he does affect. I weigh my friend's affection with mine own. I'll tell you true, I'll call to you. Oh, none so welcome. I take all, and your several visitations, so kind to heart, is not enough to give me things I could deal kingdoms to my friends and ne'er be weary. Alcibiades, thou art a soldier, therefore seldom rich. It comes in charity to thee, for all thy living is mongst the dead, and all the lands thou hast lie in a pitched field. I defiled land, my lord. We are so virtuously bound. And I am, and so am I to you, so infinitely endeared. All to you lights, more lights. The best of happiness, honour, and fortunes keep with you, Lord Timon. Ready for his friends. What a coils he is, serving of becks and jutting out of bums. I doubt whether their legs be worth the sums that are given for 'em. Friendships full of dregs, methinks false heart should never have sound legs. Thus honest fools lay out their wealth on curtsies. Now, Epamantis, if thou wert not sullen, I would be good to thee. No, I'll nothing. For if I should be bribed too, there would be none left to rail upon thee, and then thou wouldst sin the faster. Thou givest so long, Timon. I fear me thou wilt give away thyself and paper shortly. What needs these feasts, pomps, and vainglories? Nay, and you begin to rail on society once. I am sworn not to give regard to you. Farewell, and come with better music. So, thou wilt not hear me now. Thou shalt not then. Unlock thy heaven from thee. Oh, that men's ears should be to counsel deaf, but not to flattery. And late 5,000 to Varro and to Isidore. He owes 9,000 besides my former sum, which makes it 25. Still in motion of raging waste, it cannot hold, it will not. If I want good, steal but a beggar's dog, and give it Timon. Why? The dog coins gold. If I would sell my horse and buy 20 more better than he, why give my horse to Timon? Ask nothing. Give it him, it fools me straight, an able horse is. No porter at his gate, but rather one that smiles and still invites all that pass by. It cannot hold. No reason could sound his state in safety. Caphis ho, Caphis, I say. Here, sir, what is your pleasure? Get on your cloak and haste you to Lord Timon, and importune me him for my moneys. Be not ceased with slight denial, nor then silenced when commend me to your master, and the cap plays to the right hand. Thus but tell him my uses cry to me. I must serve my term out of mine own. His days and times are past, and my reliances on his fracted dates have smit my credit. I love and honor him, but must not break my back to heal his finger. Immediate are my needs, and my relief must not be tossed and turned to me in words, but find supply immediate. Get you gone. Put on a most importunate aspect, a visage of demand, for I do fear when every feather sticks in his own wing, Lord Timon will be left a naked girl, which flashes now a phoenix. Get you gone. I go, sir. I go, sir. Take the bonds along with you and have the dates in. Come. I will, sir. Go. No care, no stop, no so senseless of expense that he will neither know how to maintain it, nor sees his flow of riot, takes no account how things go from him, nor resumes no care of what is to continue. Never mind what is to be so unwise, to be so kind, what shall be done. He will not hear to feel. I must be round with him. Now he comes from hunting. Fie. Good even, Varro. What, you come for money? Is it not your business to? It is, and yours too, Isidore. It is so. Would we were all discharged. I fear it. Here comes the Lord. So soon as dinner's done, we'll forth again, my Alcibiades. With me, what is your will? My lord, here's a note of certain dues. Dues? Whence are you? Of Athens here, my lord. Go to my steward. Please it, your lordship, he hath put me off to the succession of my new days. This month my master is awaked by great occasion to call upon his own and humbly praise you, that with your own no other noble parts your suit in giving him his right. Mine honest friend, I pray thee but repair to me next morning. Nay, good my lord, contain thyself, good friend. One Varro's servant, my good lord. From Isidore he humbly prays your speedy payment. If you did know, my lord, my master's wants. 'Twas due on forfeiture, my lord, 6 weeks and past. Your steward puts me off, my lord, and I am sent expressly to your lordship. Give me breath, I do beseech you, good my lords, keep on, I'll wait upon you instantly. Come hither, pray you. How goes the word that I am thus encountered with clamorous demands of debt, broken bonds, and the detention of long since due debts against mine honour? Please you, gentlemen, the time is unagreeable to this business. Your importunacy cease to after dinner, that I may make his lordship understand wherefore you are not paid. Do so, my friends. See them well entertained. Pray, draw near. Stay, stay, here comes the fool with Epamantis. Let's have sport with him. Hang him, he'll abuse us. A plague upon him, dog. How dost, fool? Dost dialogue with thy shadow. I speak not to thee. No, 'tis to thyself. Come away. There's the fool hangs on your back already. No, thou standest single, thou art not on him yet. Where's the fool now? He less asked the question, poor rogues and usurers, men bawds between gold and want. What are we, Epamantis? Asses. Why? That you ask what you are and do not know yourself. Speak to him, fool. How do you, gentlemen? Gramercy's good fool, how does your mistress? She's e'en setting on water to scald such chickens as you are. What you eat, could you, at Corinth? Good Gramercy. Look, you, here comes my master's page. Why, how now, Captain? What do you in this wise company? How dost thou, Epamantis? Would I had a rod in my mouth that I might answer thee profitably. Pray, Epamantis, read me the superscription of these letters. I know not which is which. Canst not read? No. There will little learning die, then that day thou art hanged. This is to Lord Timon, this to Alcibiades go. Thou wast born a bastard, and thou die aboard. Thou wast whelped a dog, and thou shalt famish a dog's death. Answer not, I am gone. And so thou outrunnest grace, fool, I will go with you to Lord Timon's. Will you leave me there? If Timon stay at home, you three served 3 usurers. I would they served us. So would I, as good a trick as ever hangman served a thief. Are you the 3 usurers, men? I, fool. I think no usurer has a fool to his servant. My mistress is one, and I am her fool. When men come to borrow of your masters, they approach sadly and go away merry, but they enter my master's house merrily and go away sadly. The reason of this, I could render one. Do it then, that we may count thee a whore master and a knave, which notwithstanding thou shalt be no less esteemed. What is a whore master, fool? A fool in good clothes, and something like thee. 'Tis a spirit. Sometime it appears like a lord, sometime like a lawyer, sometime like a philosopher with 2 stones more than the artificial one. He is very often like a knight, and generally in all shapes that man goes up and down, and from fourscore to 13 the spirit walks in. Thou art not altogether a fool, nor thou altogether a wise man. As much foolery as I have, so much wit thou lackest. The answer might have become Apamantus. Aside, here comes Lord Timon. Come with me, fool, come. I do not always follow lover, elder brother, and woman. Sometime the philosopher. Pray you walk near. I speak with you anon. You make me marvel, wherefore ere this time had you not fully laid my state before me, that I might have rated my expense as I have leave of means. You would not hear me at my leisure as I proposed. Go to, perchance some single vantages you took when my indisposition put you back, and that unaptness made you a minister thus to excuse yourself. Oh, my good lord, at many times I brought in my accounts, laid them before you. You would throw them off and say you found them in mine honesty, when for some trifling present you have bidden me return so much I have shook my head and wept. Yea, against the authority of manners prayed you to hold your hand more close. I did endure, nor seldom no so slight checks when I have prompted you in the ebb of your estate and your great flow of debts, my loved lord. Though you hear now too late, yet now the time the greatest of your having lacks I have to pay your present debts. Let all my land be sold. 'Tis all engaged, some forfeited and gone, when what remains will hardly stop the mouth of present dues. The future comes apace, what shall defend the interim, and at length, how goes our reckoning? To Lacedaemon did my land extend. Oh, my good lord, the word is but a word. Were it all yours to give it in a breath, how quickly were it gone. You tell me true. If you suspect my husbandry of falsehood, call me before the exactest auditors and set me on the proof. So the gods bless me when all our offices have been oppressed with riotous feeders, when our faults have wept with drunken spilth of wine, when every room with blazed light with lights and braid with minstrelsy I have retired me to a wasteful cock and set mine eyes at flow. Prithee no more. Heavens, have I said, the bounty of this lord. How many prodigal bits have slaves and peasants this night and glutted? Who is not Timon's? What heart, head, sword, force means but as Lord Timon's? Great Timon, noble, worthy, royal Timon. Ah, when the means are gone that by this praise the breath is gone whereof this praise is made. Feast won, feast lost, one cloud of winter showers. These flies are couched. Come, sermon me no further. No villainous bounty yet hath passed my heart unwisely, not ignobly have I given. Why dost thou weep? Canst thou the conscience lack to think I have lacked friends? Secure thy heart. If I would broach the vessels of my love and try the argument of my hearts by borrowing men and men's fortunes, could I frankly use, I can bid thee speak. Assurance bless your thoughts, and in some sort these wants of mine are crowned, that I account them blessings, for by these shall I try friends. You shall perceive how you mistake my fortunes. I am wealthy in my friends within there. Servilius. My lord, I will dispatch you severally. You to my lord Lucius, to Lord Lucullus, you, I hunted with his honor today. You to Sempronius, commend me to their loves, and I am proud to say that my occasions have found time to use them toward a supply of money. Let the request be 50 talents. As you have said, my lord. Lord Lucius and Lucullus. Go to you, sir, to the senators, of whom even to the state's best health I have deserved this hearing. Bid 'em send the instant 1,000 talents to me. I have been too bold, for that I knew it the most general way to them to use your signet and your name, but they do shake their heads, and I am here no richer in return. Is it true? Can it be? They answer in a joint and corporate voice that now they are at full want treasure, cannot do what they would, or are sorry. You are honorable, but yet they could have wished. They know not, but something hath been amiss. A noble nature may catch a wretch, would all well 'tis pity, and so intending are the serious matters after distasteful looks, and these odd fractions with certain half-caps and cold moving nods, they froze me into silence. You gods, reward them. Prithee, man, look cheerly. These old fellows have their ingratitude in them hereditary. Their blood is caked, 'tis gold, it seldom flows, 'tis lack of kindly warmth, they are not kind, and nature as it grows again toward earth. It's fashion for the journey dull and heavy. Go to Ventidius, prithee, be not sad. Thou art true and honest, ingeniously I speak. No blame belongs to thee. Ventidius lately buried his father, by whose death he stepped into a great estate. When he was poor, imprisoned, and in scarcity of friends, I cleared him with 5 talents. Greet him from me. Bid him suppose some good necessity touches his friend, which craves to be remembered with those 5 talents that had given these fellows to whom 'tis instant due. Ne'er speak or think that Timon's fortunes mong his friends can sink. I would I could not think it, that thought is bounty's foe, being free itself it thinks all others so.